To get right out to News 10 ABC's Lisa Martone. We are following the latest developments on a violent situation out of Schenectady.
That's right. We don't have a lot of information right now, but we do know that one person was sent to the hospital. Lisa, what can you tell us?
Well, right now, we do know that it happened around midnight, and Schenectady Police Department is still on the scene here. You can see behind me now there is a car in the parking lot that was involved in the shooting. That's being towed right now. Now, they tell us a victim was located in the area of Forest Road with a gunshot wound to the upper body. Now, the male victim was treated on the scene by members of the Schenectady Fire Department and transported to Ellis Hospital and then to Albany Med. Now, they are looking at a car in the field because they believe there was an accident involving two cars related to this shooting. Now, the car that is still in the school here that's being towed, we saw that the windows are broken and there was glass in the surrounding areas. Now, police say that they are still canvassing the area and the neighborhoods that they believe this other car was seen in, and at this time they can't tell us if this was a random incident or not.
Following breaking news right now on the Schenectady shooting from overnight on Norwood Avenue. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm News 10 ABC's Christina Arangio. Just a short time ago, we learned from Schenectady police that the 24-year-old man from Albany who was critically injured in the shooting died as a result of his injuries. News 10 ABC's Amy Cutler joins us live now from Schenectady with the latest on the investigation and the victim. Amy.
Christina, this has now become an active homicide investigation, and that's because, as you've said, this victim in this case has died. Police have identified that man as 24-year-old William Riddick of Albany. As you can see, it is an active investigation here. Police continuing to gather evidence at the field. That's where the victim's car came to a stop, and so a school field behind Mont Pleasant Middle School has become a crime scene. Police say it was just before midnight that people around the area of First and Orchard reported hearing shots fired. That's about 5 minutes from here. So police say it's not clear if those shots fired had anything to do with this shooting. Then just after midnight, authorities tell us a 911 call alerted them to a person that had been shot near Norwood Avenue. Police say the victim had been shot once in the head and was behind the wheel of a car. He apparently lost control and crashed through a fence onto the field. A second man was in that vehicle and suffered minor injuries, but police aren't releasing many details, telling me it's still early on in their investigation.
Autopsy was scheduled, but preliminary results showed that he was shot once.
And what about the suspect or suspects involved? What can you tell us about them?
It's under investigation right now.
Were they in a car too?
That's under investigation as well.
Now, police wouldn't say if that suspect or suspects was behind the wheel of any vehicle. Police are only saying that they have no suspect or suspects in custody. Now, because this happened so close to school property, right now, police, school officials were put onto a lockout, meaning no students or staff, other than students or staff, were allowed into that building. Now we're going to continue to follow
news out of Schenectady right now. We've just learned that the victim of an overnight shooting has died from his injuries, and police are on the hunt for whoever's responsible. 24-year-old William Riddick of Albany passed away at Albany Medical Center this morning. Schenectady police say Riddick was shot while in his car on Norwood Avenue just before midnight, right near Mont Pleasant Middle School. They say they also found shell casings on First Avenue and Orchard Street. Investigators say Riddick was found in a field on Forest Road with a gunshot wound to the chest. They think he crashed his car there after the shooting. Police do not have a suspect's description, and they say they don't know how many people were involved. They're looking over surveillance footage in that area.
It doesn't appear that way. We will be up there. We will notify the school in the morning of the incident and